What is up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back in Battle Brothers for our Beasts in Exploration DLC Let's Play. Picking up where we left off last time, day 134, it's dusk, and the night is young. So guys, before we get started, I have a bit of a confession to make. Alright, I could completely hide this from you, I could not tell you about this, but I'm not going to. One thing I don't like to do in this game is save scum. Absolutely detest it. I think you're supposed to die in this game. You're supposed to lose brothers. But something happened in my previous attempt at recording this episode that I just couldn't live with it. It was too rough. So I started out great episode, right? Going over strategies, talking about Battle Brothers, doing some things, moving things around, potentially going into the witch's hut. But I decided, you know what? Let's explore the wild a bit. We'll come up here and we'll end up in Horngrad, and that was kind of my Horngard, and that was a bit of my my strategy for that episode. And I got pretty deep into the episode, guys. We had taken a few decent fights. We had come up here. We fought our first Goblin Wolf Riders. A fun battle, in some different terrain. We managed to come out of that relatively unscathed. We fought our first Overseer, Goblin Overseer. That was great. We didn't get the crossbow, so I was a bit bummed there. And then we made it up into these kind of deep wooded area, and boom, out of nowhere, a group of 6 Scrat, I think is how you pronounce their name. So, the tree guys. And I was like, oh man, only 6 of them? That kind of sucks. You know, I was hoping my first encounter with them would be epic. So, I'm like, you know what, we'll take the fight, guys. We'll take the fight. New enemy, I'm excited. Let's do it. In a forest battle, I put them in this, like, perfect kill box, guys. Between the trees, spear wall on either side, three noble swords in the center. I had all of my archers and pikes surrounding in like a secondary layer around this one little kill funnel that I had made. Hondo and Lance, our 2 Lone Wolf brothers, going up and around the sides to flank them. They got in the back, and I'm noticing as they're advancing, I'm shooting them and it's not doing any damage. It's just hitting these shields. And I focus fired this one really hard, and after it ate every single bit of range fire I had, it did a tiny sliver of damage. And then the next turn, its shields were completely up again. And I was like, oh my goodness, have I vastly underestimated how strong these enemies are. So, someone in the comments told me that they were late game enemies, and they told me that this morning. I guess I just didn't understand how late of a game enemy they are. Because when they engaged in melee, I was able to do some damage here, some damage there. Their melee swings didn't do anything, if they even did them at all. I can't even hardly recall. But what they did do were these root attacks, okay? These ranged, linear, multi-brother hitting root attacks, which as soon as I got up and around with Hondo and Lance is when I realized how outclassed I was. With Indomitable, plus Lone Wolf active. Plus, let's look at Lance's perks. Colossus to give him 86 HP. Underdog is a great thing. Reach advantage after I landed a hit. And Battle Forge, for God's sakes. They 2-shot Lance. They just turned. 2 of the guys who were in the back of the funnel turned and hit him with the roots and killed him. And I was like, oh my god. And I was still willing to fight, guys. We lost Lance. I was devastated, but I was still willing to fight. And then they turned. 2 of the other ones in the back of the funnel turned and 2-shot Hondo. And at that point, I'm starting to think, oh my god, you know, what a disaster. And then turn 2 rolls around, and they 2-shot Raymond from behind the formation. At this point, I've got all my pikes out. I'm trying to focus down the one in the front, and I haven't even done half of the HP of the Scrat that I've been focusing the entire battle. And that's when I realized I'm either doing something wrong, I misunderstand these enemies in some way, and I need to do some research before I try to take them on. I didn't think it was, honestly, it was a learning experience for me. I didn't think it was a valuable, perhaps, learning experience for some of you out there to watch, you know, half my party get wiped. In a position where running at that point, it was too late. I just lost 3 of my most powerful brothers, and would probably lose another one in the retreat because of how heavily entangled I was with those enemies. Probably would have lost 4 or 5 brothers there for nothing. You know, so we hadn't really done anything epic that episode. I decided to restart. Hondo is named after a subscriber. So is Lance. Raymond is an original companion I didn't want to lose. And I think who was the other one that was going to die? I think it was Burnfried, who, is kind of one of my favorite brothers. So, guys, don't hate me. I save scum. But now I understand the danger of the Scrat, and I will seek to avoid them. I went online and I checked out some of the strategies, and apparently you have to have axes. I don't know of any other thing that breaks their shield other than axes. And our only axe right now is a long axe that's on Raymond. We could pick up fighting axes, which are tier 3 melee weapon, one-handed, or great axes, but those are very, very expensive. Both of those are very expensive, and probably the only thing that'll help us to get through their armor. I honestly thought they were a mid-tier enemy, perhaps maybe as difficult as the Unhold, which we were able to beat in relatively early to mid-game, but I was wrong, guys. I was very, very wrong. So, got that off my chest. Sorry for the 6-minute ramble, but let's go ahead and level up our brothers here. Check out the roles for Yaku. Before we do that, we should look at their perks to make sure they don't have dodge, to make sure that we don't need to prioritize initiative. So, even before that, guys, there was another change I had made that I forgot to remake because I went on this ramble. So, in the last episode, in the last battle against the undead, we saw the danger of low morale on our lone wolf brothers. Having them rout out on the flanks is super dangerous. Even enemies without weapons can potentially drag down Hondo or Lance. So as much as I hate to take their dogs from them, and I'll get into why I had dogs in them in the first place in a bit here. So I hate to take their dogs from them, but I think we need to go ahead and give Hondo the out trophy necklace. Put his resolve up just a bit higher, prevent that type of routing. And then I think we can take from Oz, who's still sitting pretty at 52 resolve, which is actually higher than Lance. And we'll give this Ghoul trophy necklace to Lance and call that good. And I think Battle Brother is in safe hands with Burnfried, the solid. I like that a lot. And we should still have a brother that doesn't have anything. Oz now needs something, and there we go. So my idea initially with giving the dogs to our 2 Lone Wolf characters was that the Lone Wolf characters are always going out and in front of a formation. And we were able to, by doing that, accelerate the placement of our dogs. First turn, you jump way out there, and then if you need to, next turn, you jump out a little bit more and you drop a dog. And in that way, you cover essentially the entire map. And you could potentially get a dog way into the back line on the Necromancer, some archers hanging out back. And yeah, and I wasn't aware whether or not the dogs actually hindered our Lone Wolf status, but I think they do. So yeah, we'll just fill this weakness here with their resolve, and we'll call that good. Now we can finally jump into Yaku. We have 2 perks to spend. Fearsome on a Spear Bro feels good, as well as Executioner to round out the build. I would not get Crippling Strikes without Executioner. They go hand in hand. And Fearsome allows him to cause checks with a little bit of piercing that the Boar Spear can do. Will be a Fighting Spear eventually for added damage. And alright. Yaku, never with the good melee rules. That's alright, buddy. We still love you. But you do have horrible fatigue, so we need to fill that gap. And we're not going to pass up a 3 roll on melee defense, that's for sure. And I'm not sure we need exactly more resolve, but I would like to take this 4 and health. 75 feels a heck of a lot better than 70. You do have Colossus, so we're benefiting a little bit from that. Alright, Raymond. Raymond does have dodge, so initiative is important on Raymond, but this is level 12 for him. So, what are your weaknesses, Raymond? Let's take a 1 range skill, a 1 in resolve. Fatigue is actually excellent. I think we'll take 1 in hit points just to put him above that 70 mark. As we've talked about before, the crossbows do up to 70 piercing damage. I don't feel comfortable sitting at 70 HP when the RNG gods are against me. So we'll call that good. Probably won't put any more points in hit points. So guys, if that was the first time you've ever seen a level 12 hero, you'll notice that all we can get are these 1 rolls. We can still only choose 1 attribute point, or 3 attribute points to assign. It's the same deal. And I like to pretty much always include their offensive skill in these points. And we'll be able to get Edgel up over 90 pretty much without a doubt. Let's get him up to 50 resolve. That feels good. That's a nice round number. And now we can look to boost perhaps fatigue. Better fatigue, the better armor we can put him in eventually. Okay, I think that was all good business, well and done. We might end up following kind of the same plan of the not to be aired episode, but this time we know not to fight the unholy enemy that is the Scrats until we're coming at them late game with axes. Because I gotta tell you guys, that was not fun. I know there are other things you can do. You can try to break their shields in the same way you would any other enemy that actually is using shields. But guys, the utter despair I felt at losing our 3 best brothers by turn 2. After we had already ended up tangling with them and had really nowhere to go to retreat. So we uncovered Blood Cleaver's Den. Looks like berserkers to me. And there are. So let's get in there. We're well equipped to fight berserkers. So sorry for the bit of a long intro, guys, but I thought that was well worth explaining. And of course we did have brothers to level. So lots of berserkers here. One always steps forward and gives you a nice juicy target. Want to get to him before he gets covered, and now he is of course covered. But ooh, this is probably the more dangerous weapon. Let's focus him. That little bit of armor will not protect them. This should be a kill. It's not. Alright, that kind of sucks. But we did get some high ground for Burnfried. That's nice. Kind of a little bonus. Get our spear wall up. See how far we have to move for Lone Wolf. Just that far. And we can also Indomitable. Would not be surprised to see one of these berserkers attempt to step out and start attacking Lance. We're going to spear wall, shield wall. I don't remember whether or not that denies them the stun. But it certainly will protect us. And I think we should have an easy kill here, I say, before I miss. Good. And another shot and another injury. Injuries are great because we pretty much all have Executioner. So anyone who hits this dude is going to deal 20% increased damage. And if they want to peel off some of these enemies to come and fight us, we'll be more than happy to do that. But yeah, the AI is being very cautious with our spear wall, shield wall, which is going to give us an entirely new turn to attack with all of our ranged assets. This dude is very scary. 77. Take the 86 and miss. That feels pretty rough. Okay. Let's take this guy down if we can. I think we've got some focusing to do. They both have armor, which is worth noticing. Crossbowman on there. And we're going to move in with Lance. Lone Wolf, not as important here as making sure we don't leave any brothers vulnerable. That's a chain, guys. This chain is brutal. We can move in here and lock them both down. But I think leaving Lance to fight 2 enemies is pretty bad. So let's spear wall. That should force him to step here, away from the spear wall, and to only really be able to hit Aracel. And depending on how they move, we may be able to get a nice split attack off with Hondo next turn. If he steps in and tries to use his chain, we'll be happy with a shield wall on the high ground. Interesting, the Berserker moves back. Didn't expect that. Oh, and he moves up and around. That's kind of a waste of his turn, which is perfect for us. But so is missing all of our attacks. And we're killing him because that'll give Hondo a chance to chase this guy down. Though to be honest, I don't know how much we really want to chase him down. With Hondo's current health and armor status, he may actually be scarier than we are. So we're going to move back. Good hit. And we get Indomitable, not Abominable, back up. Can't spear wall, there's an enemy sitting in a bush, little bush boy. And we're going to move here and try and get the kill with Aracel, not quite. But We can also move up here. Feels good. And we're getting them very close to routing. Surprised that didn't rout him on the spot, honestly. And I'm going to move Isaac in front of Hondo. Hondo's not doing so hot. We can move Hondo back all the way. Alright, he's just repositioning. Can't hit him. He's going to get a swing, and it's a brutal one, and he stuns us. Ugh. Can't tell who has the initiative in this fight, so we'll take that shot. We're hoping for the kill here. And we nailed it. Nice. We are bleeding, but we have a high HP pool, so we should be fine. And we get to step up and take one more shot. Wow, we didn't rout him. But he's very heavily injured. And one more shot with Burn Free will do it, and that'll be it. So a dangerous enemy circumvented. Nice pickups here. Hopefully no ill events from eating the horrible meat. And let's keep exploring, guys. I love fighting greenskins. I don't know about y'all. Okay, we found something else. Ruins of Blackwatch Keep. To me, this just kind of screams an undead fight, which is not really my cup of tea at the moment. I feel like we've been doing a lot of those. Also, we have some injuries. We can, I think, afford to just keep moving. We're going to use up 25 of our tools and our repairs. But we do have a lot of food. I picked up some grains before we left the last city, kind of off camera, just to make sure that our provisions were right. And you'll notice we're not moving in 2 times speed, because the last thing I want to do is run into an enemy like the Alps or some Scrats or something like that, when we're really just not geared or properly armed for those fights. Okay, we find an ambusher's hideout. Weird, I see like some beast footprints. I'm not sure what that means. We'll camp here and try and heal up, try and repair. Oh, and the hunters take off. I wonder if they just left and that's going to lessen the amount of enemies we have to fight. Interesting. How injured are we? We could use a bit more repairs on our armor, but our injuries are actually not that bad. And Aracel's injury, I should say, is a sprained ankle. So a loss to initiative, and if he doesn't move, his action points will be fine. Okay, so not that bad. We can afford to get in there right now. I don't want to wait too long, but this is going to be a forest battle. And yeah, we get to take another Overseer fight. So, you know, this is kind of going just as well as our Mulligan episode. Battleforged will protect us from most of this dinky range damage. The one person it won't protect us from is the Overseer's crossbow. Currently can't see them yet, and I'm going to certainly point them out when we can. God, I hate goblins, guys. They're such an annoying enemy. I don't mind them when I can get them in my hands and start beating them with my large weapons. So you'll see that, you heard that, that was like the crack of a whip. That's the sound of an Overseer. Boosting the morale of his cohorts. And we could of course reveal the location. Not really necessary, we know it's here. But we are missing all of our shots, which feels pretty bad. No point in spear walling. We're going to hold back and let our archers do some work. And we're going to let our superior lone wolf brothers get in there and put some pressure on their skirmishers and ambushers. It's a small group. We've already killed 2 of them. The main thing is just to make sure that the overseer himself does not run away, because then we lose all chance of getting their crossbow, which is, I think, the best crossbow in the game. There may be a crossbow that has some kind of legendary status that I don't remember. But what the Overseer's crossbow does, I think it does the exact same amount of damage as our current heavy crossbow. But I think it comes at the cost of increased fatigue, but what it also does is it has a knockback effect. I don't think it happens every single time it hits. Of course, large enemies are immune to that type of effect. But it is pretty common, and it is a powerful effect to have in your back pocket in certain engagements. So, another one bites the dust. You hear the whip going off on both of these, so they're raring to fight. Alright. And I think at this point we could probably peel off some of our brothers. We just need to leave enough to protect our archers with our shields. That feels good. Take 2 more shots up here, and we whiff. It's okay. We're going to move in here with Lance and take a shatter on both these guys, and we only hit 1. That's okay. We're going to spread out a bit here. Make sure everyone's got a shield in front of them. And now we can take a nice round swing, and we miss everybody. That kind of sucks. Like I said, the main thing is to get in on the Overseer. I don't care about the loot from these guys. I don't care about the experience from these guys. I want that crossbow. So yeah, not being able to hit with that swing felt pretty bad. Down come the nets. Burnfree should be able to break out. And he probably missed with that because Isaac is currently taking out his lone wolf status. Let's move up here and see what kind of interesting shots we can take now. We miss, but we get an overwhelm right before his attack phase, which may or may not help us. We can move up a bit under the cover of trees. And if we're going to move like that, we just need to make sure we're covering ourselves. Let's break free of this net. Alright, took him 2 tries, not the worst. Okay. Some limp shots, guys. We're going to focus on 1. Can't round swing there because we would have hit Scaredy as well, which of course not something that we want to do. He stays there to defend against archery. Not a bad advance. The only brother we have exposed is Ramen. Of course he's going to get hit. But it's a pretty weak blow. Yeah. He is poisoned, but it doesn't do damage in the same way that the spiders do. So I'm not as scared of that. Good kill. We actually had a clear line of sight on him. If we could have took him out, that would have been great. Dang, little shield wall buddy is doing his job. But he's going to try and rout now. A little too late for that. Alright, so we're in on one of their archers. Dang, I really expected to kill him this time. But we did not. Alright, lots more buffing. Which may not amount to much. Let's go ahead and reduce the foliage here. I can't see anything. Wouldn't be surprised if they started like running soon, but we have all of them tied down except for the Overseer. Ooh, he actually pierced us there. And Raymond missed 4 shots in a row on this dude. There we go. Finally have vision of the Overseer. I just tried to zoom in for y'all, but that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Pass, pass, until we get some of these kills. We are going up and around, being sneaky. No shots. Can we move down? Take a shot? Nope. And we're in on the archer. So after this guy goes down, which he did not again. Damn it, it's the Overseer's escaping. Okay. We've got to get dogs on him. It's the only way to stop him at this point. And our closest brothers don't have dogs. God dang it. And our dog goes that way. God. Don't know where it'll go. Down, that makes sense. Okay. Just don't know if our dogs will catch them. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. That kind of sucks, actually. Can't even see him. Should have stepped up to the high ground to use that. I think that might have given us some kind of vision of him. Because he's still in the battlefield. We know that because we can see the other 2 enemies. Gotta try to run them down, though I don't know how much success we'll have. Yeah, I figured we would get vision, but we wouldn't be able to catch him. They may catch him next turn if he's not close. Well, no. He took a shot and he still escaped? God, what a not nice person. Well, sorry guys, I didn't get to get the crossbow there either. He was just tucked in such a nice little like pocket where you didn't have to do anything. And we couldn't really get to him. So of course we don't get his crossbow. Feels bad. We got a bunch of loot we can sell. And the injury we took on the dog, not to worry, does not carry over. Hondo managed to get a level, so we'll come in here, we'll take that roll on his melee attack, of course. We want to pump his resolve and his fatigue. His two biggest weaknesses, quote unquote, we will fill them right now. Alright, let's constantly be moving up. We are exploring the wild, and there's some goblin hunters there we don't necessarily need to fight. Yeah, and there's Scrats. No, thank you. How many? 4? No. We fought 6 of them, and we got absolutely crushed. Unhold, however, I would love to fight. They have some extremely valuable crafting materials that we need, and we've already beaten a group of similar size to them in the past, and fighting them on open ground would be wonderful. Wow. Can we get into a 3-way fight? Do we want that fight? Oh my god, an Alps. No! Oh my god, a 4-way fight. Oh my god, guys. Alps at the last second trolling us. Looks like 6 of them. Oh my god. If they start sleeping us, we're screwed. And it's nighttime, so all of our archery is boned. Oh, they started one off right next to us, though. Because the way they start off scattered all around the battlefield. Yeah, if we can close the distance on this one. God dang it, we can't. Okay, we can get close enough to take a shot. We need to kill them. Wow. That was our opportunity to close the distance and kill one. We have to wake up our brothers. There's no way around that. We need to stay together. Staying together is the key against the Alps. I'm worried about the Unhold. I'm not worried about the Undead. I think the Unhold and the Undead will probably beat each other up pretty well for us. Well, we could come out of this battle with a lot more crafting materials than we bargained for. And there are Unhold directly ahead of us, Alps directly ahead of us, Undead. And we are fighting at night. We hit them, but it didn't do any damage. Because they are in their kind of ethereal state, I suppose. Okay, big sleep, but we're still grouped. And they are targeting us pretty ruthlessly. I only managed to wake one brother there. But that's okay. I think we're okay as long as we stay grouped up. Yeah, whatever's attacking them, I'm happy about it. Looks like undead. Ghouls. Lone Wolf is useless against these types of enemies. I just hope we're able to get some kills, guys. I mean, I'm really just in this for the crafting materials at this point. They kill it out for us, but they're going to eat them and become stronger. And our vision is so crap. Move up one more, yes. Advance together. We have vision of another Alp. But they're probably Unhold right ahead of us. The things I do for science, guys. This will be our first four-way battle. Wow. Unfortunately, we can't see any of it. God, what an annoying enemy. And the fact that they're only, like, targeting us. But we can't chase them. We can't chase them. We can't see them. Just super, super annoying. You have to wake up everyone. You can't leave anyone sleeping. I think you can leave them sleeping for like 2 or 3 turns before they get that red, those red Z's that denote that they are taking some kind of horrible damage. And boy, is it a lot of damage. So we'll tie this one down. And I think if we use them back here, we kind of, yeah. So now I think we can maybe split into groups of 2. But we have to split into like 2 hard groups. We can't split like kinda in 2. We need to actually go together as 2. Bring maybe this group down. Really need to get Isaac out of there. Dog's doing big work. Yeah, expected that. Look at the range on that ability. That's just stupid. Yeah. That feels good. We don't want anything tying us down. Of course, it has initiative, so we're going to get slept even more. We need to move in here, wake them up. Ooh, and the Unhold are coming. Didn't manage to wake up Yaku. We are rolling back. All brothers. I would rather not fight the Unhold until after I manage to kill these Alps. But missing them is not a good way of killing them, as you all may know. We need to wake up Egil at the earliest possible convenience. We're going to move here, and wake him up. Okay. This dude is going to grow, almost without a doubt. We seem to be splitting in 3 groups, which I don't hate. If there's 3 very solid groups, and we're able to kill these 2 Alps quickly, then I don't hate 3 groups. But we may want to try and drop more of our dogs next turn. Does Indomitable affect sleep? No, knockback or grab, which is very good against the Unhold. There we go, nice hit. Quadruple sleep. Wow, seems good. Why not sleep our dog? Okay. Get in there. Wake him up. Keep them a bit separate so that we don't get like mass sleep some more. Alright, a pretty fortunate waking up there. Wow. He's punching the undead. Can we wake them all up? 3 of them. Okay. Alright, Hondo, do your stuff. Perfect. And we get some parched skin for our trouble. And we don't have enough AP to rouse from sleep. Almost closing the distance there. The undead are being absolutely pummeled by the Unhold, is what it sounds like. And I'm expecting these ghouls to come in. Those are the tier 3 ones, if you're not familiar. They are very dangerous. They will attempt to eat us. Any brother that's completely singled out, we should have taken a shot there. That's okay. Any brother who's singled out, they'll charge in and try and eat them. Not sure if I want to use any more dogs. I'll drop a dog down here, because it'll go on the Alp. Hopefully soften it up a bit more. Maybe not kill it, but soften it up. Okay, and he's now in the deathly sleep territory, so it only took one turn of being asleep. So we have to wake them up ASAP. And now they're all sleeping, so it's going to be even more difficult. Okie doke. Step in here and try and get everybody, and we do. Pretty nice stroke of luck there. Let's see where our dog goes. Yeah, I was hoping it would go up there. Could move in with Raymond and take a shot, which I think is a bit more valuable than trying to wake 2 dogs. We have the ability to do that with Aerosol. And that feels good, but now Aerosol, of course, can attack. And we move forward. We move forward at a safe pace. Make sure we can keep up some kind of spear wall. As I said, I don't want to engage them in a way that allows them to easily eat us. And if we're going to move against these Alps, we need to move together. Perhaps not bunched up completely so they can't put us all to sleep, type together, but together enough that we have the ability to wake ourselves. Alright, we're increasing the likelihood that he eats a dog instead, and we're essentially giving burn free to this group, which is the group that's closer to the Unholds. The zombie comes back, which sucks. We managed to tie down the Alp, which feels good. And I wouldn't be surprised if the dogs get that kill down there. Battle Brothers on the ghoul. Just hoping that we don't get all of these slept. Okay, so they left some ghoul for us. It's going to be up to Aerosol to get that. And they ate Lance, which was not unexpected. But if we don't come up here and try to wake these guys from sleep, they're all going to take huge damage. And we can't let them escape with Lance. Please wake up. Because at the end of all of this, I think we still will have to fight Unhold. What a fight. And he's trying to run now, but we should be able to get him. Damn. And we woke up of our own accord. That's great. Haven't really seen that happen yet. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know that was a thing. Because our brothers have just stayed asleep. Yeah, I expected him to die. At least we got the part. We won't get the experience on our brother. But we did get the crafting materials. Which are what we honestly care about more. Yeah, but we definitely need to wake up Scaredy here. He's been slept twice now and taken damage from it. So let's move forward. We can bring our brothers back together, consolidate. the fight. We're going to get some crafting materials from them, but unfortunately, once again, the dog took the kill. All of these undead are dying to the sleep and the unhold. So we're going to do our best to consolidate once again. We may drop even more dogs. Please wake up, Scaredy, and you do. Can move forward one. Something is up there killing an Alp. Man, I knew we were going to miss that. Would have been too convenient. Curious how many unhold are left. There were 4 when we started the fight. We can see 2 Alps, 2 unhold, 2 undead. So that's 6 right there, and there's something up here fighting the Alps. So there may only be 2 unholds left, and they have regeneration, so their HP is very high. Scared, he's looking for some revenge. Was hoping to frighten him there. And I like fighting the unhold perhaps in and amongst the trees. It's a defensive position. The resurrection on the undead has been very valuable at continuing to tie down the unhold, but Battle Brother is going to get in there on these unhold, which is not what we want. So let's rush to his rescue. And Battle Brother dies. Sad day, guys. Very sad day. Let's wake up some of our brothers, and we still can take a shot. Didn't get the kill. Unhold are dangerous enemies, and we need to get ready for them. Whatever's up here killing the Alps will probably succeed. Okay, at least that didn't hurt us. Something we learned about the unhold is that because of their regen, you really need to focus them. Wake up, Scaredy. We can't afford for Scaredy to take any more damage. And there we go. We get another kill. I really want to consolidate down here because I think these unhold are going to be a terrifying enemy for us. We have some poison that we could use on them. Not sure if that'll be worth it. The goblin poison, probably. But I'm not sure if they suffer different types of penalties the same way that we do. Luckily for us, the undead are continuing to tie them down. But we may lose even more dogs here. Very sad to see Battle Brother go. Something chopped it down. Spear wall kept him at bay. Don't know what's up there. May just want to leave it. Honestly, it sounds like something with a weapon. I heard a metallic sound, and that spear wall worked great at keeping this other unhold back. So let's just keep that going and rejoin our brothers. Killed a dog and did big damage to us. Okay. Not sure if we can do those things to an unhold. They're just too big, but we can Indomitable. That should keep us from being knocked back. And yeah, it's just a single armored zomboy up there. But we do need to come down here and wake up Ragnar. And now we can leave that alone. I'm much more afraid right now of these unhold than I am of losing another dog. So it started off as a simple one-on-one versus a couple unhold, turned into just an unholy battle. The likes of which I may have never seen in this game. A 4v4 versus all of these dangerous enemies. We'll send Hondo up there to help the dog. I think that's worth it. It'll be many turns before he gets down here. Dang. He knocked us back, but once again, no damage, which I'm grateful for. And let's see if we can get Aerosol up and around in time to matter. He's out of ammo. It's alright, we got you. Step up here. Take a bad shot. Quadruple overwhelm feels good. Ooh, and they missed. Probably almost entirely thanks to the overwhelm. So not an ability to be underestimated. We can't do anything there. But we can take the high ground from the unhold. Do we not have quick hands on Edgel? We do, but we're just completely... I guess we've taken all of our actions. Dogs are a little too brave this battle. They tied down the Alps for us, which was an absolute necessity. Without them, I don't know if we could have come out of this battle unscathed. 3 overwhelm on him, which should limit his ability to hit us. See if we could take this. Yeah. And a headless zombie is a dead zombie. So now we need to reload. Even more overwhelm. Wow, and he threw us and smacked us and took the high ground from us. So, like a bully in high school. We probably can't knock him back, so we need to just start hitting this dude. He's dead, and we're going to get mysterious meat, which we don't want, but we're getting the hide, more importantly. We can use that to make another heavy armor for a dog, but you saw how much good that did Battle Brother. He got one-shotted. So, I think we may try to find better uses for that hide. And we now have a lot more crafting materials than we did before, and I think we have some of the materials that we needed to make some of the rarer items, the rare crafting things. With those pieces. So we're hoping to get even another one from this unhold. That would be great. Zombie, if you do anything, I swear. Whatever, we're dropping dogs, might as well drop them. There we go. Get some more overwhelm. Overwhelm times 2. We reload. And hopefully get another one. There we go. So times 3 overwhelm, reducing his accuracy. And we haven't fully surrounded. We have a 5-man surround on him. Can we shoot him from behind this tree? We cannot, of course. Nice. This could be brutal. Okay, not that bad. Our armor, I think, kind of saved us. And as long as the dog doesn't get this kill, I'm happy. Check out the health on that thing. Wow, guys. That was a kind of an emotional fight for me, because I'm very sad that we lost Battle Brother. We also, I mean, unhold hide, a 3rd eye, and some parched skin. Kind of cool crafting items, but like Battle Brother. We used one of these just to like suit up Battle Brother, and it didn't matter in the end. Ultimately, he got one shot. But yeah, goodbye, Battle Brother. What a ridiculous fight that was. Alps right at the end, right at the very last second. Alps spawned. Unbelievable. And of course, we don't want to take another fight right after that. We're injured, where our armor is ripped, and we're down several dogs replacements for which we do not currently have. So, ugh. Feel kind of gross after that. But we'll continue to explore as we make our way towards Horngard. And we may go at regular speed just to make sure we don't take any unwanted fights. Overgrown stronghold, okay. Yeah, we're out of ammunition as well, so we can't fight anymore, and we're gonna use almost every single tool we have to repair from that. 5 more unhold, which is a group I would have loved to fought in tip-top shape, but without any ammunition and with no tools to our name, and several injured brothers, which will take 4 days to fix up. They are not an enemy we want, but we know where to find them. Why are you walking that way? Why? Yeah, we'll come back for you guys. Battle Brother, rest in peace, never forget. Alright, well, we're going to make it into Horngard right at the last moment before nighttime. We have a lot of gold, but we don't want to forget that our ambition is to get 10,000 gold. So let's check the prices here for selling. They're pretty mediocre. For buying, seems to be okay. And let's see. This is, of course, the standard marketplace. This is a good place to get these padded flat top helmets. Which we need, I think, one of for Oz to give him what I think is the best crossbow helmet in the game. We could also pick up two standard war dogs, which I think we will do. And tools, guys. Tools and ammo. Doesn't matter. Have to buy them. Nothing we can do about it. And we can increase our stockpile up. I think we can do it even more. Yeah, 8 days. 8 days worth of provisions. It's not a waste, guys. We're putting ourselves slightly further behind in terms... We're going to sell that. In terms of our ambition. But that ambition is going to be filled in no time. Pretty much guaranteed. Wish this place had a taxidermist. But we're going to sell one of the nets. Just unload. Especially if we're going to do some more exploring. We're going to wish we had the room. I think we just sold something we didn't mean to. We did. We sold the helmet. But that's okay. That is okay. Sell off some silver. And call that good. Oh yeah, furs. Furs. And we're holding on to these quality woods for in case we can unlock the Bowyer, kind of the rare event that happens when you have a Bowyer in your party. So, what do we have here that we may want? I mean, these are decent prices on reinforced mail hauberks. And this is a decent price on a Lamellar harness. Which is a piece of armor we would happily take for our front line. We would give it to Burnfried, pretty much without hesitation. It's a 20 durability upgrade for him, and then we would then pass that along, probably to Edgel, or whoever has the best fatigue, Ramen and Raymond. But I like, well, actually I might switch them out actually. So it's worth considering. Over perhaps just grabbing 2 of these, but that puts us so far away from our ambition. That feels pretty bad. A cool red Saleh helmet, but I think we currently are rocking 3 Saleh helmets. Check out the weaponsmith before we make any purchase. You want to be aware of all of your options. There is a bill hook here for a decent price. And that's about it. A great sword I would love to have, but I mean we're pretty much kitted out for our current number of brothers. And we can check the inn and see if they have anything for us at all. Nope. Okay. Check to see what we can hire. Just a witch hunter and a deserter. Not the best. Witch hunters being kind of a mid-tier. Very good at ranged and also can make excellent sergeants for your party. If you're able to pick one up early in the game, I would recommend that. But I think we're going to go into here, guys, and we're going to buy this cheap padded flat top. We only need one. And that's it. You know, now our helmets are done for our archers. We don't have to think about it anymore. And I would love to get some better helmets on our frontliners as well, but that would involve spending a lot of crowns. What do they even have here? They have the flat top with mail, which is a 230. And that's the best helmet I'm seeing. If you look at our brothers in the front line, I mean, I think 230 is like our lowest. No, 200. We're still using a 200 on Yaku, but that's because his fatigue is awful. So there's not much of an incentive for us to rush to that. I think I'm just going to grab the Lammelore harness and call that good. That's a solid upgrade. It's essentially an upgrade for two brothers. Boom, that goes on Burnfried. He's feeling better. And then I think we give this to Ramen. Yeah, 81 fatigue is nothing to sneeze at. We're not ashamed of that at all. And people have been focusing him pretty heavily. So it's going to be nice to know that he's just a bit safer. And we can even hold on to some of this armor. We'll actually sell this one. That one's worse than this. What are you wearing? You're in 125. So yeah, we'll give this to Steezy. Little upgrade for Steezy as well. So everyone gets an upgrade, guys. It's like Oprah giving away cars. And we're nearly broke. We're nearly out of tools. We are out of ammo, but we just restocked. And we'll see what we can grab. Let's check out this contract. And this might be just the type of thing we need. Yeah. See if they'll pay us more. Nope. Okay. I mean, guys, this is well over 3,000. This is, you know, well over 3,500 crowns for an easy patrol. And we'll spend the first few days patrolling, which we can start now. Might as well get this out of the way before the next episode. Spend the first few days patrolling, and instead of heading back to Horngard, we'll just go take one of those fights. We'll find some easy raiders or something that we can take down while we're trying to repair. Let's go in here. We want to go to the taxidermist for sure. We can do that before we end the episode. And I think we want to buy some more tools. I don't know if there's any way around that. Check out the armor. Yep, they're being messed with by Unhold. We can make heavy dog armor. Lots of different potions. Sure we're not skipping anything. And we can make the quivers, the large quivers. But we do need to kill a heck of a lot more Unhold, I think, before we can... I think you need multiples of their hide before you can start making the really good attachments that go onto... the board has changed. Damwold now belongs to House Grimmond. Okay, so I guess they took it back. That's good. We're going to move down here to Windfest. Okay, there's an enemy right here. How many? 13 brigands currently engaged with 15 of this company. We'll probably get into that fight. There's a leader there. Maybe we can try and take them down. Our injuries are slowly subsiding. But our health is actually quite high and our armor is repaired. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Our first ever 4-way battle with two of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Wow. Okay. And we survived. We only lost Battle Brother. RIP Battle Brother. Yeah. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I appreciate every single subscription that I get. I'm constantly in my chat, in my comment section, talking strategies, talking upcoming stuff. So I hope you appreciate that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.